Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I just recorded like 3 videos, 4 videos, and I was just finishing up and I thought that I was done. And then this song came on and I realized that there is divine masculine energy that wants to say something. He wants to tell you something. And it feels like there's an energy of betrayal. It feels like he wants to tell you the truth of how he looks at things. Or maybe he's been lying to himself, or he is connected to some kind of energy that feels like betrayal against him. And the song that's on is You Can't Hide Your Lying Eyes. You can't hide your lying eyes, and your smile is a thin disguise. He feels like there's something that you're not telling him. Feels like he thinks that there ain't no way to hide your lying eyes. There's something that you're not telling him. You're not being truthful with him about how you feel about him, and the fact that you would rather be with somebody else, or you would rather it be someone else, or there's some kind of infidelity in your past together that he cannot get over the energy of. It's in your eyes. The fact that you see him as someone else that you wish that it was. So whether this is your divine masculine or your soul partner or whoever it is that you're connected with, if there's someone from your past that you have never fully gotten over, he sees it. He sees it, and he just needs to speak his truth about it. And maybe it's like he's realizing the truth about that's what's been affecting him so much. That's what makes him hold himself back. That's what stops him from being fully vulnerable with you and opening himself up completely to you and himself at the same time. But there's a history of that in his past, and he's sensitive to the energy. He can see it. Okay, what else? Oh yeah, 5 of Cups. Look at that. It's like a wounded warrior. The wounded warrior, he's exhausted from battling back against that, from fighting that ghost. Echo, turn it down. From fighting back Alexa, turn it down. From fighting back the energy of that. From denying it, from just trying to move on, or to pretend like it's not there or whatever. He's tired of fighting against it. He just needs to bring it to the light. Three of Cups, 6 of Cups. 6 of Cups definitely shows me some kind of energy from the past. What else? 3 of Cups. Some kind of celebration. So this is usually an energy of, it's like celebratory, but to me this energy feels like a celebration, an event, a wedding. Or some kind of ceremony, or some kind of event, some kind of party. With someone from your past, like a wedding, like this person from your past is married or got married. And can feel the heaviness from you. It's like he's mirroring the energy in your subconscious of that heaviness, of that lack of closure, that never having faced The fact that this person from your past broke your heart and got married to somebody else, or something like that. Page of Swords. Ooh, that does not feel very nice at all. This, look at the look on his face. And the blue jay sitting there on his sword, that's reminding me, I had a blue jay out in my front yard the other day, and I told my mom about it, and she said, ooh, blue jays, they're so nasty sometimes. They are really nasty to other birds. And so the energy of that feels very not happy. Really wanting to lash out. Kind of, and it's right underneath of this Five of Cups too, so it's almost like this, the energy connected to this, the mourning, the shame, there's shame connected to this too. The shame and guilt connected to this creates this backlash, this lashing out. Like, if you were still mourning that person, being with this other person, being with your twin, being with your divine masculine, being with whoever your partner is, it results in, it's almost like that was a trauma for you or something. And it results in you lashing out. And right now it feels like he's bringing that to the light. He's bringing that to the light, and it's now like his energy is kind of lashing out. Like, he feels rejected. It feels like unwanted, unworthy. You never really wanted me anyway. You always just wish it was him. Alexa, turn it up. This is Breathe. Pink Floyd. Breathe. Just breathe through it, okay? Just breathe through it. This energy is going to disperse in a minute. But in order to be fully vulnerable, you do have to speak your truth. And speak your truth of the shadow and what that shadow is, what that fear is, what that thing is that creates the defensiveness, stops you from fully opening up for both of you. Breathe into it and speak it. It's okay to speak it. Being vulnerable is also being able to feel safe, to be fully open about your truth and how you feel, and don't be afraid to care, it said. Leave, but don't leave me. Leave, but don't leave me, it's saying. It's like, leave that behind. Leave that remorse behind. Leave it in the past. Find closure for yourself. All you touch and all you see is all your life will ever be. So, obviously, the more you run, rabbit, run, the more you hold on to that past energy, the more you hold on to mourning that person, the more you create the feeling of rejection, and it's almost like you allow yourself to be rejected over and over and over again. It's the same for both of you. It's the same for that divine masculine also. The more he holds on to feeling like second choice or whatever it is, the more he creates the energy of that, and the more he holds himself back, and the more she leans into wishing it was this other person who was vulnerable and who was able to open up and whatever it is, when that may not necessarily be what it is that she wants, but the masculine is creating the energy of that by holding himself back and not being fully vulnerable. So it's important for the truth of this to come out. He knows that. The importance of, I think he knows that. Divine Feminine, you need to stand in your truth too. And if that's the case, if you have someone in the past who just, there's something in that connection that you just can't let go of and you want to move on, but you have to be truthful about that too. Not worry about how what the result of it is going to be. It's honest, it's your truth, and you have to come out and say it. In order to free both of you, in order for you to be fully vulnerable, you have to trust the masculine. Trust him to hold the space for that. Masculine, hold the space for that. Allow her to feel safe in voicing that without any kind of lashing out. King of Wands, Queen of Wands, look at that. Heck yeah, that's what I was just saying. That's the kind of partnership that obviously life partners have, are being free to be fully in their fire and their truth and their light, and feeling safe and confident and knowing that it's for the best, it's for my best. I know who I am. I know who I am. That's the result of all of this. That's the freedom that you feel in it. But there's a little bit of resistance and defensiveness. So this Page of Swords connected with the Queen and the King of Wands over here, this wanting to lash out, he's holding himself back completely because he's afraid he's just going to lash out, and he doesn't want to be in that kind of energy. But it holds and it builds the fire underneath of it's like resentment. It builds resentment, really. And it can come out in anger in that way because you're afraid of lashing out, because you're holding back your truth. It results in that. So you can't be fully you if you are always holding yourself back. I understand holding back this defensive energy, but it's defensive because it's been suppressed and been suppressed and been suppressed. Pick the right time to talk about it when you're, when you feel safe to do so, but it has to come out. You can't avoid it. You have to honor it. You have to look at it. You have to, this is for both of you, you have to look at it and you have to really accept that it's there and look at it for what it's teaching you. What is it teaching you? That feeling is underneath of it. That's where manifestation comes from, is from emotion, from the, from that side of things. So, the day the music died is on. The day the music died. The day the music died. I feel the energy of that in this card. The day the music died was the day of this event, the day of this wedding, the day this person from your past moved on. That disconnect, the coldness in that, you feel that you've been triggered by that, by the disconnect in the world right now, and by people separating from each other, social distancing, and it's been triggered in the energy of someone distancing themselves from you, that rejected kind of feeling, that unworthiness feeling has been triggered in both of you, and it's brought up this to be cleared. Okay, what else does he want to say right now? That's King of Cups and Page of Pentacles. So there's freedom behind that. There's so much emotional freedom behind that release. What does he want to say? It's like, I love you, I love you, I love you, and I just want to tell you that, though. I do want to tell you that I love you, and I want to offer that to you. I want to offer, I'm the one that's here. I'm the one that's here in the 3D. I'm here standing right in front of you. I always have been. I've always just been just so in love with you, and I'm offering the world to you. I'm offering the 3D to you. But he's not doing it in a way that is needing to prove himself. He's just showing. He's just being vulnerable. He's just saying, this is me. This is me. This is me. That's what I keep hearing. This is me. I'm right here. I'm right here. Let's talk about it, and let's he's never felt anything like this before, is what he's saying. He doesn't have all the answers. He doesn't have all the answers. But all he can offer you, that's what it is. All he can offer you is his love and his heart, and he, with the release of this, offering you just this overflow of emotion. It feels like that's what's coming. There's going to be a release of some kind of really, really heartfelt emotion. The dam is going to break, and that is this just loving offer, this vulnerability. I'm offering all of me to you. So I don't know what that looks like. I don't know how to define this. I don't know a lot of things, but what I do know is that our hearts are connected, and I just want to take a chance with that. I think that it's just about closing your eyes and leaping, taking a leap of faith that this is the best for all of us, that this is three men I admire the most, the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. Trusting God. Let go, let God, is what I hear from this. Let go, let God. Release all attachments. Really say goodbye. Take your time to let go of what was and what you thought was, and allow it to become what it's meant to. Just allow, is what he's saying. On the bottom, on the bottom of the deck is the Four of Wands, 11-11. This guy in here looks like Jesus. Bye-bye, Miss American Pie. You know what, for some of you too, this is saying also, so that's what he wants. He wants to take a leap of faith, but sometimes it's about taking a leap of faith and moving on from each other. For some of you, it's really about leaning one way or the other. Leaning one way or the other. Either commit to that and either go find your closure, or wait around for them, or trust that the universe is going to bring them back into your life, or lean into this offer that I'm giving you here. But either way, you can't sit in the energy of what was and what could have been, and I wish this, and I wish things could be different. You got to take a leap of faith and trust God and trust the universe, and just trust that where you are now is where you're meant to be now. You can't live in the past. You can't live in the future. It's the only way to be happy. It's the only way to be stable and to trust and to feel home again, to feel at home. Allow yourself to feel at home in this moment and in every single moment. Living in the past is not how you do that. But if that's your decision, it's kind of like, if that's your decision, then decide that. Just decide it and leap. And it's like, either way, you have to trust that it's going to be for the best. If you lean that way, it's going to be for the best. If you lean this way, if you lean back into him, it's going to be for the best. Okay? That's what he has to say. But you just have to trust and find home in your heart again. Find where home is, what feels like home, who feels like home. And if you're looking for someone else to reflect that back to you, do some work on yourself and figure out how to feel at home in this now moment with yourself. Okay, that's what he's working on too. Romeo just came up and jumped on my lap, and he's like rubbing his head on me, and he's trying to balance this energy right now. So there's a real turning point right now. All right. If you guys want to, if you resonate with this, if you want a private reading with me, or you want to book a guidance session, go to my website. All the information for that is in the box below. If you want to donate to my channel and support the free readings that are on here, you can also go over to my website and just click donate. If you got this far in the reading, I want you to put a fire sign emoji down at the bottom in the comments, and I'll pick a couple of people and pull a couple cards for you right there in the comments to say thank you for making it this far in the video. All right, guys, I'll talk to you soon.